In this video, I want to explain a little bit about how you know when you're warmed up. I always wanted to know that. Every time I would go on these forums, I'm on Reddit, bodybuilder.com, all these little arbitrary forums, trying to find out, how do you know when you're warmed up? You can go watch a workout. They'll show you warm-ups and things that you could do to warm up. And I'll do those things, but I still would feel exhausted. I still would feel like I'm not prepped and I'm not primed. I'm not ready to work out. I'll get under the bench and still don't feel like I have that. Like, how do you know when you're warmed up? The best way that I can say that, I can describe how I know when I'm warmed up is, and what I say, you could try this too. If I'm on the bench, and a lot of times I do at least, 1 set to 2 sets of, 10 to 12 reps, I would do that. And then, in between sets, I'm probably resting like 10 to 20 seconds in between sets. And I'm lifting as if I'm actually pushing some weight up on a bar, retracting my scapula, leaving a little arch in my back, getting my feet in position. You still want to bench it like you're about to prepare for heavy weight. But at the same time, I think it's very important to do this step. And this is the main thing that I feel like will let you know when you're warmed up. I would get up and I would walk around for about a minute, anywhere from 45 seconds to a minute. And after walking around, taking that little rest, you have to rest for the warm up. I believe you have to rest for the warm up. You want to give your body some time, just a little bit of time to acclimate itself and to, get a little bit of blood flowing. And because I would warm up before and just never felt that little pump that people be talking about and stuff like that. But I have noticed that when I get on the ground, I bust out 10 push-ups, 20 push-ups, I would never catch my swell or my little light pump right away. But let me get to talking to somebody and I'm having a little conversation. I always notice that after a while, I'm feeling it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, have you a little bit of rest for the warm-up so that you can get a little bit of blood in your muscles, get it ready to go. But keep it, you don't want to get overly rested. You still want to be in a heightened alert state so that you're prepared. You want to keep your body, you want to keep your muscles warm. I usually find that when I do that, I'm always prepared to start lifting heavy or lifting in general. And I noticed that that's when I have the most effective workouts. And if I'm still having a hard time after that, then a lot of times that's just telling me I'm just having a bad time. As it's just a bad day. I'm still need a little bit more recovery. Might not have, prep myself correctly in my diet, which I'll get to in later videos. But for the most part, the best way that I can tell that I'm ready and I'm warmed up, that's the best way that I can feel like I'm warmed up. Just having a slight little pump, not necessarily being hot and tired. So I hope that helped you guys out. And this is starting slow. This series is going to start real slow. I got to eventually, show you guys the gym, show you some other things. But, pretty soon, probably in the next week or so, I'm going to start posting some videos of me benching and actually getting into the workout and getting into the workouts that I do. Preparing for this journey of getting from 225 to 405 on a bench and possibly working my way up to a 600-pound squat. It's just a lot of little goals, but the first thing that I want to do before I do all that is do a video showing my 1 rep max for everything, so I have my numbers. And that's going to be the next video, having your numbers. Stay tuned.